Descript makes video editing easier than ever before. And now you're watching this tutorial, it's about to get even easier. In the next 25 minutes, I'm going to show you everything you need to know to start editing videos like never before, where AI does all the heavy lifting and all you do is type. To get started with Descript, hit this link popping up on screen right now, or hit the top link in the description. That'll take you to this sign up page where you can create your free account and make sure you get the best deal possible if you decide to upgrade. So once you're here, go ahead and click Get Started for free. You can sign up with Google, SSO, or email. I'll use email, so I'll enter that and hit Continue. Next, we need to quickly verify your email address. So check your inbox, grab the code, and paste it right here, and you're done. Now Descript will walk you through a quick onboarding. So what are you using Descript for? I'll choose Work. What best describes you? I'm going to go with Other. And then what's the first project you're making? I'll go with video content. Now we're on the Choose Your Plan screen. So you've got free, hobbyist, creator, and business. So if you're just testing it out, then free is good, but then you're probably going to want a paid plan if you're serious. So I'll choose the creator plan and hit Get Started. Now you can pick monthly or yearly billing. I'm going yearly to unlock that 30% discount, so definitely worth it. Then just add your payment info, hit Save Changes, and you're all set. And now we're inside the main Descript workspace. So this is called the Drive view, and it's going to be a central hub for all your projects and the starting point for all new videos. And it's going to be where you manage everything you create in Descript. So let me just give you a quick rundown of what's here so that you can hit the ground running. So first up, you'll notice this big prompt box. Here you can upload the footage that you want to edit, or you can just tell the AI what you want to do, like write a YouTube script or transcribe a podcast. Right below that are these really handy shortcuts for common tasks like creating with an avatar, removing filler words, or enhancing audio. Over on the left is your main menu, and this gives you kind of quick access to all your projects, recordings, AI tools, and learning resources, and everything's really easy to find. And up in the top right, you've got two key buttons, Record, which is perfect for quick captures like recording your webcam, and New Project to start from scratch. Alright, so let's dive in and edit our first video using just AI, so no manual editing whatsoever. So let's click that New Project button and get started. And we'll go through how to upload your footage and have it transcribed automatically. So you'll see a drop down to choose video project or audio project. Let's go with video. Next, give your project a name. So click where it says name your creation and just type in your title. So I'll call this AI Your Unfair Business Advantage. Now let's bring in our raw footage. So you can upload a file. You can paste a YouTube link, record with your webcam or screen, you can create with AI speaker or import from Zoom. So for this tutorial, I'll click Upload File and select our video. And once that's uploaded, Descript automatically detects the number of speakers. So in my case, that's just one. And you can add the speaker's name here. I'll click Speaker's Name and type in Simon. This also lets the AI record the voice profile, which we can reuse later. The language is set to auto, but Descript supports over 20 languages, so you can easily change that if you're making videos in any other language. Then, once you're happy, click Done. Now Descript gets to work transcribing your video. And just like that, here's your full transcription on the left with your video preview on the right. So now let me show you the new way to edit videos. And trust me, once you see this, you'll never go back to doing things the old way again. Now, the first step to making a video sharp is removing all those ums and those ahs and those mistakes. The good news is it's never been easier. Let me show you how. So let's watch the first bit of my demo video, and we're just going to hit play here.
Okay, recording.
Okay.
A bit louder.
All right. If you're not using AI in your online business, then seriously, you're going to get left behind. I really do think AI is that big of a deal. Hang on, let me start that again. So as you can see, there's quite a few mistakes and retakes in there that we just need to go through and clean up. So to automatically remove all that fluff, go up here on the right hand side and click AI Tools and then select Edit for Clarity. Now slide the toggle to choose your edit intensity. You've got low, medium or heavy. I'll go heavy. And then there's also an option to toggle Use AI Speech. So this lets Descript reword and regenerate small sections of your video to improve the flow. Then let's hit Submit. Now watch what happens. In just seconds, Descript AI is going to scan your entire video and go through and identify all the fluff, the filler words, and all those wrong takes ready for your review. So in my case, if you look at the transcription now with all the grayed out, crossed out bits, that's kind of embarrassing, to be honest. Now, you can see on the right-hand side, you'll see a list of recommended edits. So you can play each one to preview, and then you can accept the edit with the check icon or discard it with the cross icon. Or if you want to remove any words yourself manually, then you can just highlight the word or phrase. So for me, it'll be this phrase, and then either hit delete on your keyboard or right-click and select delete. So now let's watch to see the before and after. And to play your video from the top, you simply click the beginning of the script and hit the spacebar. If you're not using AI in your online business, then seriously, you're gonna get left behind. I really do think AI is that big of a deal. And that just flows so much smoother now already. So yeah, it really is that simple. What used to take hours can now be done in minutes. Alright, so with our basic edits done in record time, now let's go through and optimize our video's audio. And honestly, I think you're going to be blown away by just how simple this is. So I recorded this video using the built-in mic on my phone, so not exactly ideal. Plus, I'm in a coffee shop with background noise and some echo, which isn't great. To fix it with AI, go to AI Tools in the right-hand panel. Then click Studio Sound, and Descript AI will get to work cleaning it up. Now let's listen and compare. So here is the audio before Studio Sound. If you're not using AI in your online business, then seriously, you're gonna get left behind. And here it is with the Studio Sound applied. If you're not using AI in your online business, then seriously, you're gonna get left behind. Now let me know what you think in the comments, but I'm pretty sure you'll agree the difference here is night and day. And you can adjust the effect's intensity as well. So just click the Studio Sound settings and you're going to see this slider. So I like to play the video as I adjust. It just kind of helps me find that sweet spot. And if you want to quickly adjust the overall audio levels for the whole track, use this slider here. And I think let's bump it up to 120%. Alright, so we've got the sound dialed in. So now let's talk about another really cool AI feature, Regenerate, which lets you fix mistakes and put in new words in your own voice simply by typing. So earlier in my video, I accidentally said AI gives you and your business an unfair disadvantage when I meant to say AI gives you an unfair advantage. So let me just show you how simple it is to fix that. So first, you'll need to set up your voice clone. So start by highlighting the word or the phrase that you want to regenerate. Then select Change Speaker. In the pop-up, click Create New Speaker. Then type your speaker name. I'll use Simon 2 for this example. And hit Create Speaker. Next, hit the speaker icon next to your speaker's name. Now you'll be prompted to read a short script out loud. So this trains the AI to clone your voice. And then once you're done recording, hit Submit. Now highlight the phrase or word that you want to fix again. Then in the toolbar, click Regenerate. Here you type in the correct word or phrase. So I'll type advantage. And you'll see a toggle for Regenerate Video to make sure that your lips sync. So we'll check that box. Then hit Regenerate. Now you just let the AI do its thing, and this only takes a couple of seconds. And once that's done, let's click on the paragraph and hit play. It's about working more efficiently, about using AI to find ways to work smarter and give you and your business an unfair advantage. So the mistake is gone. It's replaced it in your real voice and perfectly synced to the video. So normally you would have to go through, re-record the whole thing, but with Descript, it's done in seconds. This is the power of AI editing. Now we've covered audio, let's switch gears a little bit and focus on your video's look, the visuals, starting with AI color adjustments. So if your footage looks a bit dull like mine does here, you can simply tell Descript's AI assistant, aka Underlord, to fix it. Just go down to the bottom right and click the Underlord chat box. And here is where you can tell the AI to do pretty much anything you want. So for example, I'll just type in, make the video color better, and then hit enter. Underlord will now quickly boost your colors and make your video look a lot sharper and more professional without you having to do a thing. Alright, so we've polished up your colors. Now let's level up the look of your video even more by taking control of your background. So Descript gives you two options. Either you can blur your background just for an overall cleaner look, or you can remove and replace your background completely. Let's start with blurring your background. First, make sure your video is selected on the timeline. Then head over to the right side menu and click AI Tools. Find Look Good and then click Blur Speaker Background. And there you go. Your background gets a nice subtle blur, and I think this looks really good. And you can also adjust the blur intensity by clicking the Effect Settings icon right next to Blur Speaker Background and just move the slider left for less blur, right for more. And I found about 50% usually hits that sweet spot for a professional look, so I'll just type 50 in this box. Now if you want to take things a step further and completely remove your background, no green screen needed, then Descript makes that really easy. Because I'm in my home office right now, but sometimes maybe your setup isn't ideal, or you just want to drop yourself into a completely different scene, like a beach in Thailand, or the Amazon jungle. Or, why not, even outer space. Let me show you how to do it with AI green screen. First, make sure your video layer is selected. Just click on the preview screen to do that. Then head over to the AI Tools menu on the right. And this time, click green screen. And just like that, your background's gone. Now let's replace it with something better. So if you've already got a background image or a video that you want to use, then just click Project and upload it there. But if you don't, then no worries because Descript's got you covered with a built-in stock library. Click Stock. You can scroll through a ton of different background videos, or you can click the search bar if you're looking for something more specific. So since my video is about AI, I'll type in AI, hit search, and then let's see what comes up. And yeah, there's some really cool footage here that I can definitely use. So take your time, go through it, and once you find one that you like, just click it to import it. And just like that, my video now has a really cool AI themed background. Now you can click on your video and drag it from the corners to resize it, or you can move it around like this. But honestly, for this video, I actually prefer my original background with that blur. So I'm going to ask the Underlord AI to bring it back for me. So I'll just open up the chat and type, change it back to my original background and add a blur. Hit send and easy as that. So you know how sometimes when you're on camera and you're recording a video, your eyes might dart around or look to the side a little bit like this? Thanks to the eye contact tool, you would never know I was looking away. Let me show you how it works. So to turn on the eye contact tool, it's really simple. Just click your video layer in the timeline, then head over to the right side menu, click AI Tools, and under Look Good, select Eye Contact. Give the AI a second to process your video and make the change. Now let's make your video more engaging by adding elements like text, images, B-roll and transitions. So Descript has an AI tool called Quick Design, which will cut your video up into scenes and then automatically add all of these elements. Let's walk through it together. So first, click your video layer in the timeline, and then head to the right side menu and click AI Tools. From there, you simply click Quick Design. Now on this screen, first make sure that you click here to choose the right aspect ratio for your video. Mine is 16:9, so I'll select that. Next, for media type, you have options like AI generated media or stock media. I'm going to go with AI generated media for this one. Scroll down and pick the style that you like. So I think I'll choose this one for my video and then hit continue. And now we just give the AI a second to do its thing and it's done. Your video is now split up into scenes and Descript even drops some AI generated images in there automatically. So let's press play and check it out. If you're not using AI in your online business, then seriously, you're going to get left behind. I really do think AI is that big of a deal. Just like the Industrial Revolution, where people went from using their hands to using machines. That's the difference it makes. And that is not bad at all. Can you imagine how long it would take you to go through the video and add all of this yourself? This is a huge time saver. Now, honestly, I could use this video, I could export it and share it as it is right now. But first, let me just show you how to go through and fine tune and make extra tweaks. First, let's say you want to change the text on one of these scenes. You just click on the scene that you want, then double click the text box directly in the video preview. And now the text becomes editable, so you can type in here whatever you want. I'm going to change mine to something like this. Then right above the text box, you've got this toolbar where you can change pretty much anything to completely customize your text and just make it pop. So click the font drop down to browse hundreds of fonts. You can simply click any font to apply it, like this. And you can even click the upload icon here if you want to upload your own custom fonts. To adjust the font size, you simply hover over this number and you can see these two arrows appear. You can drag it to the left to make the text smaller or to the right to make it bigger. You can also just type in a number. I'll go with 80. To change the color, click the color swatch and then you can pick any color you like from the color wheel, or you can paste in a color code here if you've got one. Next, choose your alignment, left, center, or right. So I'll stick with left alignment for mine. And finally, let's tweak how the text appears on your screen. So let's click animation and then hit the animation settings icon. Open up this drop down and choose your animation. I think I'm going to go with reveal. Then you can hit play to preview it and fine tune the settings down here, but I'm just going to keep it simple for now. And if you want to change the background color behind the text, then just look for the toolbar, click the background color option and choose the color you want. I think I'll go with something gray. So now let's say you've got a scene like this one where you want to switch up the layout a little bit. To do that, just go under the main preview and then click layout. Here you can choose how to lay out your scene and where to position your speaker. It even has intros and outros with different text and icons. Just hover each one to preview how it looks. I think this layout works better for my scene, so I'm going to click it to apply it. And that's it, quick and easy. This is super helpful, especially when you get stuck or you can't think of how to lay out a scene. Now this side of the screen is still looking a bit empty, so let's fix that by adding some media. To do that, click this image icon, then click Add Media. You'll see a bunch of options, but let's just keep it simple and go with Add Stock Media. So Descript has a ton of stock videos, GIFs, images, stickers, and backgrounds to choose from. So for this scene, I think I want some kind of video. So I'm going to go to Video and then Show All. Next, I'll type AI in the search box and then hit Enter. Now we've got a ton of AI related videos coming up. So you can hover over any of them to preview. And then once you find one that you like, just click it to add it to your scene. And it'll also show up in the preview screen like this. You can also double click the video to drag and reposition it, and then click done when you're happy. And Descript isn't just about stock images. They actually have their own inbuilt AI image generator. So if you have any idea for an image, you can create it in seconds with AI. Just take a look at these images I made with it. They look great, and the best part, it's really easy to do. So let's start by choosing the scene where you want to add an image. In my video, there's a section where I talk about people going from using their hands to using machines. So I found that part of the script, and now I'm going to click that to automatically select that scene. You'll see there's already an image here, but I do want to replace it. So just click on the existing image in the preview window, then click the replace icon and choose generate image. Now describe the image you want in the box. For example, a split screen. On one side there are people using their hands to work, and the other side is people using machines. Realistic style. Now let's hit submit. And in under 10 seconds, we now have 4 unique, high quality images to choose from. And if none of them feel right, then you can just hit this regenerate button to try again. But I'm quite happy with this one, it looks ace. So I'm going to click it to select it, and then just like that, it replaces the old image instantly. Now that your scenes are in place, now let's add transitions so that your video flows smoothly from one scene to the next, and they only take a second to do. To add a transition, head down to your timeline and hover your mouse between 2 scenes. You're going to see a small edit transition icon like this pop up. Click that, and this opens up the transitions menu. So Descript's actually already added a smart transition for us, which is an AI powered effect that automatically picks the best transition style, so how your video moves from one scene to the next based on your content. If you prefer, you can switch from these other options here, but I think I'm going to stick with what the AI chose for me. You can also tweak things like the duration, easing, and fade settings if you really want to fine tune. But honestly, I think most of the time, Smart Transition, it just works. So there's really no need to overthink it. Now let's talk about captions, because honestly, Descript makes this part ridiculously easy. All you do is head over to the right side menu and click Captions. Then you go through and hover over the different styles to see how they look on your video. And I think this works well for mine, so I'm going to click it to apply it. And then once that's added, you can customize the font, the size, the color, and more, but I'm pretty happy with the default for now, so I'll leave it as it is. Now let's add music, just that final touch that kind of helps set the mood, keeps your viewers engaged, and just gives your video that overall polished finish. To do that, click Stock here on the menu, and now click Audio, and you can choose between music and sound effects. So click Show All next to Music, and there are just tons and tons of tracks to choose from, as you can see. You can scroll to see what you've got, or if you've got something more specific in mind, you can just type it in here. So I think for my video, I'll search for AI. And now let's listen to a few tracks. Then once you've found the music you like, be sure to click the timeline at the point you want the song to start. So I'll go to this white line above the timeline and I'll click it at the beginning. Now go back to the music tab, hover over your chosen track and click the plus icon to add it to your timeline. Let's play it back.
If you're not using AI in your online business, then seriously, you're gonna get left behind. I really do think AI.
Okay, so that song works, but I think it's just a little bit loud. So let's fix that by heading back to the menu and clicking Layers. Now select the track you just added. Then here you can adjust how long the music plays, where it starts, and the volume. So I'll type in 30 and then hit Enter. Now let's hit play again just to double check.
AI is that big of a deal. Just like the Industrial Revolution, where people went from using their hands to using machines.
Sounds good to me. Then once you're happy with your video, before we export, Descript has some pretty cool AI tools to help you repurpose your content. Head over to the AI tools on the menu. Then under repurpose, you're going to see options to repurpose your long form video into short clips or highlight reels, and even translate it into different languages. So let's start with create clips. Simply choose how many clips you want, anywhere from 1 to 20, depending on your video's length. And I think I'll go with 2. Then pick a duration. I'll stick with 10 seconds. Next, choose the layout. So you can have it vertical like these. Or if you click See More Layouts, you'll find some horizontal options as well. I think I'll go with this layout right here. Click Submit, give it a second, and now your clips show up here. And it looks like Descript has even come up with a title idea and description for each video, which is pretty cool. And you can click on it like this to preview it or tweak it. And just again, what a massive time saver this is. As you just saw, all it took was a couple of clicks and the AI literally did everything else. Now, the last AI feature that I want to show you is how Descript can automatically generate YouTube descriptions, show notes, and summaries of your content for you. Now, I don't know about you, but I used to spend way much time trying to perfect my YouTube descriptions, so this tool alone is going to save you a lot of time. Let me show you. Head back to AI Tools in the menu. Under the Publish section, you're going to find options like Draft a Title, Summarize, Draft show notes, and more. So since I'm using this video for my YouTube channel, I'll go with Draft a YouTube description. You can also specify if you want to include keywords or a specific call to action. I'll leave these as default for now, and then just hit Submit. And just like that, Descript generates a full YouTube description complete with timestamps that's ready to copy and paste right into your YouTube description box. Honestly, this feature is a total game changer for speeding up your content workflow. Alright, you've edited, you've enhanced and repurposed your video using AI. Now it's time for the final step, exporting your video so you can share it with the world. Let's start by clicking the export button in the top right corner of your screen. And now let's quickly go through the settings and start by giving your video a name. Next, for destination, choose where you want to export your video to. So you can upload directly to YouTube or Google Drive, or you can go through local export and save it to your device. Let's leave export composition as is, that's fine. Under resolution, let's choose 4K. Then for quality, you have low, medium and high. Let's choose high. And there are options to go through: audio, metadata and advanced settings if you want to fine-tune things even further. Then whenever you're ready, hit export and a save window will pop up, so you can choose your folder, click save, and Descript will now export your video. So now you've seen what AI video editors like Descript can do. But what if you want AI to create complete videos for you from scratch? Watch this video and I'll walk you through the top 5 AI video generators out there right now that will create full videos complete with AI avatars, voiceovers, visuals and animations. I'll see you there.